All right. I think we are good. Think so. Looks like we're good. Let's get it pulled up here. Doing a late night stream. I been coding periodically both of the past 2 days, but just didn't really have time to stream. So I have some updates we're going to go through, and then we'll probably code for about half an hour. I had some more issues with the app doing a weird crash today. Not even the app. It wasn't the app, it was the emulator. Something. I ended up just having to clean the cache, and it got rid of... Somehow I got caught in some like infinite loop and was just frozen constantly, but it's gone. We're back. Just had to start a new emulator, and I've been running it for most of the day and no issues. So. All right. The goal today, coding-wise, is in Tour Life, which you can see on the screen here. See my mouse? I think I've covered it previously. That is going to be the feature that lets you play full Pro Tour seasons. The goal is that we're going to set up a little review screen. I've spent some time going over the setup for that, which I'll cover briefly. But we're going to quickly implement a review screen and then hopefully cut out the structure for the standings page. And so the standings is essentially just intended to... Let me mute myself so this doesn't come up. Yeah, there we go. The standing page is just like Pro Tour standings. Like you're going to play through the season, you're going to get points at every event. That standing page is going to show the number of points you've gotten at events compared to the AI. It'll show you where cuts are at for specific events later on in the season. And then specifically, I guess not specifically, but also including where the cut line is for the finale at the end. But there are going to be playoff events as well. So anyways, we're going to implement that. But first, let's go over what we've got so far. So main menu, unchanged. First thing I'll touch base on is I did improve the functionality of the in-app purchases a little bit. Let me actually... I don't think I bought it recently. So it should actually go away. That's my hope. So I can demonstrate the in-app purchases. Yeah, okay. So you'll see we don't see Tour Life here. It's because it's part of the in-app purchase. Just so everyone is aware, MA4 through MPO, XC tiers through A tiers, same thing for FA4 through FPO. Those are all available for free. So you'll be able to play through most of the tournaments. The way the progression system works, you're going to have to play through at least some of them before, even if you have the subscription, Tour Life would become available, just because it's like disc golf. You know, your first ever disc golf tournament isn't on the Pro Tour. So regardless of whether you have the subscription, the start of the app is going to be the same for everyone, and the first at least 4 or 5 tournaments are going to be the same for everyone. Where was I going with that? Oh, but so you'll see here, so I reset it. We don't have the in-app purchase active currently, so Tour Life is not available. The other things that are going to be tied to that subscription are these train features, which right now are minimal. They're not even going to be available for beta testing. Probably won't be super production ready even when the app launches, just because they're minor bonus feature, have nothing to do with the rest of the app, just fun little trackers for repping out putts during practice or doing distance training or whatnot. So you can see here, added this little menu, only works with the Pro subscription, and then it's going to be the same thing with this. The collector's discs are not going to be available without the subscription. Collector's discs are not required for the app. They just unlock new features. They're going to be more expensive in terms of how much of the in-app currency they cost. But they do unlock some pretty cool stuff, which you can see here. This kind of hints at it. There's going to be 9 of them total, at least to start. but they are going to unlock some added features and customization that should be pretty cool. Take a sip here. Got my colorful sparkling water. All right, so we added those brief little messages, and we've also got the in-app purchases page a little bit more set up. Not a finished look, but it does have the information I wanted to have. This title is going to be cleaned up. I can't change an Android backswipe. Can't change the title, which is this block of text right here. That's just a part of the way that Google Play requires you to set it up when it's not actually available on the App Store. So that'll eventually go away. It'll just say Pro subscription or become a Pro or something like that. Trying to explain what's unlocked here with the subscription. And then there's going to be two options for it. So you can either pay monthly or pay for the year. If you pay for the year, you get a discount. I was going to make it higher, was initially my thought. I didn't have a price in mind. It was going to be at least double what these are. I think my initial thought was something like $199 and $15.99 or $19.99 or something. But I want the barrier to entry to be low. I think Tour Life is a pretty cool feature. I think it's cool enough that it doesn't necessarily need to be free. And ultimately, my hope is to make it onto the actual Pro Tour myself, and that this app might help kind of fund me, provide some funds for me to do that. So that's kind of the main driver for me charging any money at all. But I want it to be accessible to everyone, usable to everyone, so that's why the app is free to download. Most of the app is free to use, and these subscriptions are fairly cheap. I mean, you can get Pro for a whole year, and it's, the cost of a DX end of a disc. Cheaper than most of the discs that I'm sure anyone watching this is actually going to buy, and would probably have a much bigger impact on your game than that distance driver that's a little too fast for you. So that's the thought. You'll have these two options to subscribe. So we'll go ahead and do this one here. I can test it out. It does 5 minutes, and then it renews a bunch of times, so this should be enough for our coding session. You'll subscribe, we get the screen to update, you're a pro, tell you what you've unlocked, and then we go back and we've got Tour Life. And so Tour Life, another thing I'll tweak before it gets released, this Tour Life button is also only showing up because I went ahead and hard-coded in a tour card for MA4. So if I come down here, we've got tour cards available. You'll see I've got a true right here. That's for MA4. When you initially start the app, you don't have a tour card. You have to play through the tiered tournaments. You have to unlock a Q Series tournament, which is done by buying discs. As you can see, you kind of unlock new tiers for each division. That all works properly. I believe it does, but anyway, so you have to have the subscription and earn your tour card, and then Tour Life will become available. So before I jump too far ahead, we updated the in-app purchases. This shows up now. Another thing we added in, our course list is relatively the same. We do have reorder courses, which I can't remember if I showed it on stream last time, but these do work properly. So we got that here. Add a course, some minor updates too, but nothing really to the visual side. Delete course is functional again. Add a course broke briefly just because I copied code in the wrong place, and that's fixed. But we also have the edit a course option now. So here we can come into a course you've already added and update the information. To make it simpler, I'm not doing the relative whole difficulties when you're editing a course. If you want to change the whole average for a course, you can just type in the new average here, but this is already showing you what the whole average is. So this is showing you that for each hole, the whole average is 2.9. And if you want to change those to, say, 2.7, keyboard's not showing up right now, but that's okay. 2.7, and confirm. Oh, I'm showing the wrong thing on whole average. That's kind of funny. Glad I'm pulling it up, because otherwise I just miss these things sometimes. Where is... No, we want to go down here. Show dialogue. It's showing course hole averages. Well, I'll have to go look at that. Something's not getting pulled through correctly, but the edit course works otherwise. I'm pretty sure the name worked. Let's call it test rename. Yeah. The naming works, so you can edit a course that way. I'm not sure why the whole average wasn't working. Maybe we should go look at that real quick. The course whole averages is equal to this. If confirm delete, no. Edit course. It might just be a simple thing down here. Yeah, okay. It's just this. Selected. I was pulling it from the distances, which is kind of what I thought I had done. And that should fix it, because it wasn't showing that before. Let's do a quick refresh and make sure that works, and then we'll get into the rest of it. That's typically how these sessions go. I think something works, it doesn't quite work. Let's go ahead and edit. Yeah, whole average. Let's call this one 2.7 and confirm. Still showing 300. Am I updating this properly? Whole average is strings is equal to value. Confirm, edit changes. Selected whole average doubles. Distance ends, selected distance ends. Equal that if double try parse. Doubles equal to double try parse. Whole averages 3.00. Strange. Very strange. 2.9. Let me see what happens if I change this one. So let's make this 2.7. Oh. Okay, that must have been the code I changed previously and it just wasn't liking it, but clearly it's working for that one. Let's try one more just to make sure. Whole 5, let's make 2.4. 5, 2.4. Okay. Edit works. That one is just off, but that's okay. All right, so you can now edit courses and add them and delete them and reorder them. So course setup is, for all intents and purposes, functional. Can use some cleaning up aesthetically, but functional is what we're going for. So now we've got tour life. So you have the subscription, you have a tour card that you've earned from the regular tournaments, and then we hop into tour life. So this is the way tour life is going to be set up. You'll pick your division. MA4 is the only one available because that's the only one we have a tour card for, as set up in the app. I'll quickly run through the options here. So the first one is going to be season length, which I don't have the explanation in for yet. I think I covered this last time as well, but there's going to be short and long seasons. It's going to default to long. But the idea is that the long season is going to be set up like a full Pro Tour season. There's going to be fewer tournaments. I think there's only 11 or 12 total. But Pro Tours are going to be 3 rounds. Majors are going to be 5. And then there's a few alternate formats that are sprinkled in there as well. One of them is going to be the finale, which is 4 rounds. But it's a full 3-round tournament. So if you pick an 18-hole course, you're playing 54 holes. For those who maybe want it to be a little bit shorter, which is totally understandable, there is the short season length as well, which is going to make Pro Tours 1 round, Majors 3, and everything else is going to adjust accordingly. But that's the easiest way to see it. Pro Tours are 1, Majors are 3. So the shorter season is going to go quite a bit faster. The payouts are going to be less because you're playing less disc golf. But if you want to, and as long as you play good enough to earn a second tour card, you can ultimately just play 2 short seasons in the time it would take you to play 1 long season and earn the same amount of money. One caveat I'll add to that, which is maybe just a little tidbit for anybody who happens to watch this, because it's not going to be obvious in the app. The way that the AI/simulated opponent scoring is set up, the longer the tournament is, the more rounds you're playing, the better chance you have to beat them. It's very possible, just like in a normal tournament, where an AI could come shoot a really hot first round, and they're probably going to slow down a bit to average out. The AIs aren't really set up to just go shred 4 rounds in a row. They could shred 1 or 2 rounds, but over the course of a 4 or 5 round tournament, they're going to even out a decent bit more. So if you're like I know for me, I play MPO. If I go play an MPO at the major level in this app, I have a much better chance at a 5-round tournament. If I go play any of my local courses and I play 1 round, MPO is going to shoot 17 and 18 unders, which is fair because in real life that is what they shoot. In reality, over 5 rounds, they'd probably still shoot the same thing in real life, but the way it's set up in the app, they will slow down slightly. Scores will balance out towards the end. So if you're really looking for a challenge, short is going to actually be a little bit harder for the same division. Long is slightly easier, but you are playing the longer events. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is going to be course selection, which same thing there, don't have the description in yet. But this is going to give you the option, if you want to select the course you're going to play for every round at every tournament. You certainly don't have to do that. There is going to be the option, after you've already started the tour season, to change courses during the season, which is a must. I mean, you could set up a tournament to play a course 3 months in the future, and when the time comes and you're ready to actually play that tournament, the course is under construction or closed or flooded or whatever. So you'll certainly be able to edit all of the courses in here for those who kind of like the excitement of planning it out, which I think I would probably enjoy. You have the option to select from the courses that are already on your course list. For those who want a different kind of excitement, we can go automatic. And what this is going to do is it's going to automatically assign all the courses that are in your list to rounds in each of the tournaments. So this is going to fill the entire season, every single round, with a course. Again, same thing. You can edit those after the season. So if there's 1 round you want to swap out, or 1 course you want to swap out for a specific round, that's no problem. You can do that pretty easily. It's not set up yet in the app, but you'll be able to do it easily. That's something that will definitely be in the app before launch. But automatic is kind of there as a fun, just randomly assign courses and kind of see what you get dealt. It is, just to clarify, it is going to pull randomly from all of the courses on this list. So if you add Maple Hill into the app once because you're taking a trip there, and then you leave Massachusetts and you're not playing Maple Hill again, but you go do automatic, Maple Hill is probably going to be one of the courses. So when you're doing that automatic, you're going to want to make sure that your course list only includes courses that you could readily get to. Or you can always just do automatic and then go swap out all the courses you can't get to after the fact. Both are valid options. But yeah, so that is how the setup is going to work. And then what we're going to code now is this review page. So it won't let you go, and if you have it in manual, you have to select a course. You can't leave it on select. We'll do automatic. And then this is copy and pasted code from a previous view. So it's just a placeholder, but this is going to be our review screen. So we're going to get a quick setup in for this. And then that's going to direct us to the Tour Life main menu. And then we should be able to go standings from there. So that's progress I made in the past couple days, editing courses, progress with the in-app purchases, and getting that functional to actually unlock what it needs to unlock. And then the Tour Life setup page, making sure that people can actually get a Pro Tour season going. And now we got to finish that out. So let's just call this setup review for the time being. Not a big fan of the way this is laid out. I think I'm just going to copy in a different view. What are we calling it? Season setup review. Season setup review. Okay. Review. Review. Gotta spell it right. Alright, and so now this is the exact same view as our previous view we were looking at. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot there. Okay. And now we can go down here and adjust accordingly. We shouldn't need this. Let's get rid of that. A lot of this we really shouldn't need, but we can go delete stuff after the fact. Alright. Season review. So what do we want to be on the season review? I don't know if I actually have this established. Select their division, link to tournaments, toggle, randomly assign courses. Courses can always be changed later. Okay. Where was I just at? Here we go. It's that one. Dead. That one is done. Flex the division, length of tournament choices. Alright, so let's start with that. We'll go season review. And let's leave that in. Let's throw another text here. Let's go division. And then on season setup, we want division selected to be saved. I did already start a function here. String division. Well, no, I already have it in there. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Where are we selecting it? Here we go. Division selected. Okay. Let's go ahead actually up here. Live tournament variables, division selected equals division selected. I wonder if you can put those in one line. Look if I can just throw this equals right here. I don't know if that's how that works. We'll leave it there for now. Let me find my save function. Somewhere around here. Even lower? No. Here we go, right here. Comma, division selected. So now we're saving the division. Almost saving the division. TL division selected key. Default set string. Division selected key. Division. Okay, so we're saving the division to the defaults there. And we also want it to be here. So this is going to be tour live turn variables dot selected division selected. No, can't be a constant yet. I was wondering what the error was. Alright, so we're displaying the division there. This can be a lot smaller. This can be a lot, well, I guess if that's the same size as the title on the first one, we'll leave that one as is. Division, we want season length to be an option as well. Season length. And then how am I saving this? Tour length, okay. Tour length. Lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and delete everything I don't need. I do not need any segmented pickers. We don't need, oh, this is the info button. And get rid of that, and then if I need it at a later time, I can grab it from the other view. Course selection, we can get rid of this. I shouldn't need a list view. I don't think you need to view the courses. I think what I can do is just list whether it was done manually or automatically. And that's probably fine. What is this? Oh, the if. Okay. I may want to move all that save to the next one here. What does that do for me? This can stay start season. Okay. Now we've got it all cleaned up. I'm going to want to copy this exact same thing over here. We're going to go, I kind of want a variable, I guess, to track whether that was manual or automatic. But I really only want to save it for only want to save it for that one view. Equals manual, and then we'll update it here. Course selection automatic equals manual. And then the same thing is equal to automatic. And then I can just call that in the next view. Course selection. I guess that's course selection automatic. Okay, so this should now show division, season length, course selection. Length of tournament choices, that is done. Show that entry fees are required for each event. Shorter tournaments have lower entry fees. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. Okay, so we want to reflect what purses will be. Which I think we really just need to do for Pro Tour majors and finales. Yeah, I think so. Size box. And let's go here. This can be 35, not 235. Purses. Pro Tour, maybe purse amounts. Major and finale. And I'm just going to plug in values for these right now because I don't have a function set up for them. So let's just, these are random and will not be accurate. Whoops. And now those should all show. And then I want I think maybe we just start there and see what that looks like. See what we're working with so far. I don't know what that one was about. Hopefully not an issue. Automatic, MA4. Okay, we need to make sure that a division is selected here. For this. If courses check. And division selected is not equal to select. Yeah. If I go short here, short, lovely. All right, so making sure that division is actually selected there as well. It's one of those things where I just think of it, good to just go ahead and put that in there so I don't forget. And someone doesn't run into issues down the road. So we're showing purse amounts, or have the ability to show purse amounts there. What else did I want to show? Purses will be show the entry fees required. That's a good idea. So let's just do purses slash. I think I want to put these in a row. Okay, let's try something here. Purses. This, refactor these into a column. Yup. And then I want to refactor that in a row. And then I want to copy the column. And we want two of them. I want that main axis to be spaced evenly. Probably will want that to be a constant. But that's going to change. Just I don't want to see all the blue lines right now. Let's make this 25, make this 25. And then let's call a Pro Tour entry fee. These are all going to change as well. We'll just make them. Now I could probably have a $0 entry fee. That's something I'll look at. But yeah. That's more what I'm going for. Can always make those a little bit smaller too if I want to add icons. But okay. So we got purses. We got entry fees. Let's throw a little icon here to do the explanation that shorter seasons have lower payouts. Factor it to a row. Just center that one, so hopefully it's in line with everything else. Here we just need the icon button. Let's throw that in front there, info, and then shorter seasons will have fewer rounds of disc golf and have lower entry let's put it this way, we'll have lower payouts, but we'll also play less rounds of disc golf and have lower entry fees. Maybe we just call that good. Less rounds of disc golf to complete, and we'll have lower entry fees. It's good enough, yeah? I kind of want that to be shifted a little bit. Like I want this to be, I don't think I have a better alignment there. What does start look like? Yeah, it's too far. All right. Let's try space evenly and just not good. Okay, we'll leave it at center for now. I can mess with that later if I want to. All right, so we're conveying lower payouts. Select what purses will be done. Shorter tournaments have lower payouts done. Entry fees required for each event. Shorter tournaments have lower entry fees. I'll implement that in the function, but we're noting it. Once the season is started, 2 cards used up and another card will have to be earned in a Q tier event. Okay. And then so above, the way I'm going to do that right now is we're just going to throw a really small piece of text above that button. Const sized box height 30. So that text sized box height 10. Oh, I gotta get rid of that A, that's okay. Well, you can't format this. There we go. I was gonna say, come on. Come on. Alright. Alright, once a season is started, the tour card is used up, and another one will have to be earned through the season or by winning another Q tier. Smaller. with a lot more padding. Huh. Factor pad. How's that? A lot more padding. Actually, I really just want edge insets only left 20, right 20. It's better. Okay. Could maybe include more information there, but that's a decent start, I think. Another card will have to be earned in a Q tier event. Does include a note. Okay, I'm going to leave that there because there's a few minor things I still need to go through with it. But on pressed start season, let's go ahead and jump to the next page. Where is it at? Right here. Go away. This. This. Yeah, we're good there. Alright, and then tour, life, main, menu name. So now we should go to that review page, and then that should navigate us to the main menu for the Pro Tour season. And then ideally you won't have to go through that again. That's the goal. Lovely. So it didn't work because the division wasn't selected. We go to our review here, and then we go start season, and we're at Tour Life. Coming together. Now, it's getting kind of late. Let's see if we can do a quick little standings. True life variables. Here we go. I probably want. I feel like I want the AI names to be their own variable. I think that's probably how it should be set up. So let's do that. Tour life presets. Static var. Static var. And then we need those to be in as well. Get rid of those. Okay. And so really what I want is think about this one. Tour Life should have the same number of players for every event. Other than things like match play in the finale. So this one is going to be static var season players list. This actually just needs to be this. Okay. And how many is that? Can I do an online count entries in array? Or we can just ask ChatGPT. How many entries are in this array? I spelled entries wrong, or no? Analyzing. Fancy. It's taking a little while. But then in season setup, okay. I think we just make the season 150. 150 players. Is that too many? Maybe that's too many. Maybe we just go 120. I think we're okay excluding these names. So we're just gonna start adding these. It's fine. Alright, season setup. Courses check if that tour life tournament variables dot season players list add user settings dot username. For player I is less than. I want 120 people total. I've already got one. That's going to add 119. So we should be good there. Tour live tournament variables dot season players list add live presets dot all NPO starts there. Okay, so here we need to check if it's let's put the if statement here. Else, and here we're just going to create our players list for the whole season. Because then this is what we're going to be displaying on the standings page and will be used in tournaments. Looks good. All MP, no, that's FPO. All MPO names. And we need to add player. And then get our semi. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that one as well. List string players list. Yeah. And then here, I mean, I already have competitors. Am I just... this should probably be called something different. That's what I'm thinking right now. Let's call it players list for standings. Const. players list for standings equals key. Then we need to go update this here. Players list for standings. Tournament variables. Players list for standings. Okay, and now that should be saved properly. Yeah, that's fine for the time being. And then, more importantly, we can now go to standings and we can add our list. This one should be basically the same thing as the course menu. Because players are going to be clickable and you'll be able to see their performances. I'm still rolling? Yes. Okay. I'm going to try to wrap this up and then call it. I don't want that. I want the season setup the way I had that in here. This expanded. Yeah, and then where is standings? I don't want spacer, but we'll add a sized box at the bottom just so there's a little bit of space. And give me that. Nope. That can go away. Better. Whoa. Lovely. Alright, we got our children list, and now I want the course menu. Because I want this outline button. What else was I throwing with the outline button? Nothing else. There was no reason for that to be in a row. Okay. It's fine. Copy it. Now most of this is going to go away, which is fine. This we actually still need. So this one, let's call var player pressed 0. Yes. Alright, let's start from the top here. We'll leave the style of this fine for now. Those are both fine. Let me go grab these variables. Where are they at? These two. And we'll throw those in. Just go right here. So that's definitely going to get rid of some of the errors. All of these are good. Set state. Did I not have those in a for loop when I did that the first time? No, yeah, I definitely did. I was going to say. Player is less than tour life tournament variables. Variables dot players for length player plus plus. import that. Along with probably a decent bit more. But this is a start. And then the outline button needs to go inside of that. A little copy and paste. Let's go back up here. Alright, style is good. Player pressed is equal to player. Get rid of that. Show the dialog here. For now, we're just going to call this player info. The fitted box is interesting. Let's just call this add info here. Const. Let's get rid of this. And we're actually probably going to want another list view here. So let's go ahead and throw this in. Column children. I don't even actually need the column. Let's just do this. For loop goes in here. For event is less than presets dot event names dot length event plus plus, and we can just see how that looks. It'll be a little pop-up action, and this can just be a button to dismiss. So let's just copy this, and then we'll try and get rid of all of this unnecessary code. The other if statement here, throw in the elevated button, let's format it. Is this, did I format this all? Not really. Really, not really. Dismiss. Where's my dialogue? Context, standing set state. So this just needs to pop the standings context. Where's my back button? Standings context. And what is this? I don't know what that is. What if I get rid of this? And how are we looking? Or is this is what's actually showing on the course? So I do want that. So then this should be tour live tournament variables. Variables dot players list for standing player. And then let's go and format this. And I think we should be about good there. Hopefully this works and we can just call it, because I'm tired. Our subscription ran out, so we gotta redo that. Subscribe. Tour life. MA4 automatic. Start season. Standings. Yeah. Click on one. Clicking did not work. It's something to do with the list view. Let's see if I refactor that in a column. Let's see if that helps at all. I don't know if it will, but worth a shot. If it doesn't, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with it tonight. Well, we got the view to load at least. Child has size is not true. Oh, you know what, actually. Yeah, I guess let's take a step back. I just threw the wrong thing in a column. I believe I can already set a dialog as scrollable, can I? Scrollable is true. So maybe we just throw this as a column here. Let's try something. Let's try that. See if this does the trick. Automatic MA4 here. Started season standings. Let's see if I need to scroll it if it works. That's the last thing I want to try here. Geez, these freaking for loop formatting is a nightmare. And Flutter versus code, I'm not even entirely sure who's doing it, but I hate it. Could not be more annoying. Go away. Less than 30. Just to see, I probably could have just done a hot. I don't think I needed to restart the whole app, but we'll try it anyways. Not enough. Yeah, and it does just scroll. I love that. It'd be nice if the title wasn't scrollable. We can leave that for now, not a big deal. But it does scroll, so that's good. That makes it easier. Don't even have to mess with the list view. All right. We will call it there for now. Player info. This can just be their name. We'll do this last thing, and then we'll be done. Tour live tournament variables dot players list for standing player pressed. What is a constant? Oh, this. Yeah, that's fine. And now if I click here, it'll show their name. So that's all we did there. Okay. Standings is definitely going to get cleaned up a bit. I'm going to go, the button's already too wide, and that's going to annoy me, so I'm going to go change that real quick. Maximum size is 0.85, so why is it? Oh, I see. Should that not be? What if I get rid of this? And that lowered the height, but why is the width not adjusting? I want it to be less wide. Screen width. And like, how is it not getting smaller? I'm setting a maximum size, it's getting ignored for some reason. Yeah. Expanded is causing the issue. Is there a different way to do that? I want the list to expand vertically, but not. Flex widgets managed. So it should only be expanding it in a column. So why is that not working? That's the border outline button style from. There's no, oh, can I just go fixed size? Fixed size. Alright, that's going to be a problem for next time. It loosely works at least. I just don't like the appearance of it, but that's most of the views on the app, so. I streamed way longer than I thought I was going to, but made some good progress, so. Thanks as always to anyone who finds this after the fact. Beta testing starting in a couple weeks, which is pretty exciting. Hopefully the app's ready by then. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you next time.